Jack Paar was one of the most influential figures in early American television, a man who forever changed the late-night talk show format. Unlike many hosts of his era, Paar brought depth, emotion, and unpredictability to the screen. Viewers never quite knew what to expect, and that's exactly why they tuned in night after night. But at the peak of his career, Paar made a shocking decision that left millions stunned. One moment he was America's favorite late-night voice, and the next he was gone. So what really happened? Why did Jack Paar instantly disappear from TV after this? In 1957, Jack Paar took over The Tonight Show from Steve Allen. At that point, late-night television was still figuring itself out. Paar wasn't just another entertainer. He brought an intelligent, emotionally raw, and often deeply personal style to the show that resonated with audiences. He talked about real issues, didn't shy away from controversy, and connected with his guests in a way that felt genuine. From comedians to politicians, everyone sat on his couch, and people couldn't get enough. But what made Paar so magnetic on camera also made him volatile off camera. He was passionate sometimes to a fault, and that passion would ultimately lead to one of the most dramatic walkouts in television history. In February 1960, NBC decided to censor a harmless joke from his monologue, a quip about a misunderstanding involving a toilet. The joke wasn't especially crude, but the network cut it anyway, and without informing him, Paar was furious. He felt undermined and disrespected, and the next night, in front of a live audience, he made a move that no one saw coming. After delivering his opening remarks, he looked straight into the camera and said, "I am leaving The Tonight Show. There must be a better way of making a living than this." And with that, he walked off the set live on air. Viewers were stunned. It wasn't a stunt or a scripted moment. Jack Paar had simply disappeared from television. NBC was thrown into chaos. Executives scrambled behind the scenes, trying to convince him to return. After weeks of back and forth and a public apology from the network, Paar eventually did come back, but things were never quite the same. The energy was different. The trust had been broken. And 2 years later, in 1962, he left The Tonight Show for good, passing the torch to a young and relatively unknown Johnny Carson. Though Paar later returned with a primetime talk show, the magic of those early years was gone. He had stepped back from the spotlight on his own terms, never again reaching the same heights of influence. But to Paar, it wasn't about the spotlight. He always said he valued integrity over ratings, and his actions proved it. He wasn't pushed out. He chose to walk away twice because he believed in something bigger than television fame. Jack Paar's exit wasn't a scandal or a fall from grace. It was a stand in a time of increasing media censorship and corporate control. He chose authenticity over applause. And that's why Jack Paar instantly disappeared from TV after this.